describe your work with plants and what sparked this interest? How did this start?
How did this all start? Yes. Well, I was working as an environmentalist, teaching people about renewable energy in New York City. I was in a group called the Green Circus. And so we were,
Hmm.
yeah, it was super fun. We're doing theater, multimedia teaching. So we're teaching,
Wow.
not only we're teaching people about renewable energy, but we're also teaching people yoga and meditation because we thought all those things were going to build solidarity and also to just connecting people to the earth would build solidarity. Um, and so through that, so here I am working in New York City, and we did the Green Circus about 3, 4 years. Ran away with the circus, and so I'm writing, directing, teaching. It got really good for us. We got a lot of gigs and stuff like that. But then towards the end of my time in New York City, I kept going, wow, man, I'm working for the earth, but I don't really feel like I know her. And definitely just being in New York City, I spent a lot of time in Prospect Park and a lot of time in Central Park. You're still not really getting
Right.
you're not able to go as deep as you could. So when I left New York City, I moved back to Pittsburgh, where I lived in the suburbs and had a yard. And for me, like having a yard is like, oh my God, it's like I'm living in the park, you know? But I had asked, I said, okay, well, I asked Mother Nature, I said, I want to go deeper with you and I want to learn more. And so about a year after of living in Pittsburgh, and as you guys may know or may not know, that I'm also a psychic and a medium, right? And so after a year of
Yeah.
living in Pittsburgh, I started to um, grow my own food and to um, experiment with permaculture and stuff like that, and just fall in love with nature. Just everything about it was just an act of falling in love, like growing sprouts and seeing my sprouts grow pea sprouts and stuff like, oh my God, sprouts.
I grew something.
Yeah, they're so cute.
God.
Yeah, just stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just made me so happy and gave me so much joy. But so I had that connection that was starting to happen. And then, about a year or year and a half into it, one day I walked through my yard and this other plant was growing that I had never seen before. And it said, hi, you can eat me. Just like that.
Just like that.
I'm like, hmm,
Oh.
I've never seen you in the yard before. You look like a weed. Like, you're saying that you can eat me. Okay. And so I go inside and I just kind of like, and I was a little bit like, that plant just said that it could eat me. And so I go inside and I kind of forget about it. And and stuff like this happens to me all the time. So that's why I just kind of forget about it. I just have to put it on the side of my brain because there's so many things going on. So then I look online and someone is writing about this invasive plant that it's called otherwise called mustard greens or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
That, oh yeah, take it out of the yards and this, that, and the other. Oh, you got to get rid of that plant. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's the plant that said that I should eat it. So I did research on it, and it was like, oh yeah, if you eat this, you could get like all the medicine, all the food, all the vitamins are in this plant growing in the yard. So I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And so that was one of my first um,
Wow.
plant communications that had happened. That was just direct, and what I call very clear telepathic communications. And most plants that I'm speaking with are really clear on the telepathy. Um, and so, yes, that was the first one. And then after that, I started really getting into foraging. And I had a teacher. Her name is Brooke Smokeland, and she's an amazing. We went on wild walks and stuff, and she started introducing me to the plants. And the first plant that she introduced me to was Motherwort. And with Motherwort, I had an amazing experience. We sat down and we prayed to the plant, and when we prayed to the plant, there was this merging that happened, and she began to speak to me just so very clearly. It was like somebody giving you a big hug. And I was like, oh, wow, this is amazing. She said, you're going to meet so many other plant friends, plant families. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I'm like crying though, like, what's going on? And so I go, yeah, it's amazing. So I go home and we harvest the plant, and I go home and I started to clean it. And as I'm like, have the leaves in my hand, I started to really feel the vibration of the plant and really feel high, right? And so I'm like, whoa, this is so different than what I didn't even put in my body yet.
Right.
Right?
That was all from just, you didn't even like, wow.
Yeah. And so I'm like feeling it. And so that's, so those are the kind of the beginner plants that I started to get involved with in a spiritual way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.